41 Whacks by Megan J. Collins. To everyone outside of her home, Lizzie Borden was a simple woman with a simple life. She was wealthy, with a family that cared for her, and always went to church. But if anyone knew what went on in that Massachusetts home, they would know that Lizzie Borden wasn't the woman she claimed to be. It was a hot August day in 1892. Lizzie sat under the weeping willow on her father's manicured front lawn, reading Emily Dickin's latest poem. In front of her was a leaning shack with an axe resting next to it. Even though she wore her lightest dress, she still had to fan herself in the warm breeze. Reading a poem about death, she couldn't help but think of the fight her stepmother and she had gotten into this morning. Her stepmother and she had never gotten along, arguing about money and politics and anything else. As the years passed and her father grew sick and fell with age, the arguing had turned into fighting regarding the events that would happen once her father passed. Even though he claimed Lizzie would get a portion of what her father owned, she knew that by the sneer her stepmother gave, that if she could help it, Lizzie would never see a penny of her father's wealth. Closing the book, Lizzie knew what she had to do to be sure she would get her dues. Running to the town store, Lizzie tells the clerk that one of her father's biggest cows needs to be put down. The clerk, not even thinking that much into it, gives her a bottle full of sloppy red stuff, telling her it should do nicely. Holding the poison in her trembling hands, Lizzie races home, smiling at the fact that tomorrow evening she will be rid of her stepmother forever. The next day, Lizzie pulls up her hair, getting ready to start the day, the poison nestled in her desk drawer, ready for tonight's dinner. As Lizzie comes down the stairs, ready for breakfast, her stepmother comes out of the living room, her face sour as she approaches Lizzie. Before Lizzie can even say good morning, her stepmother reprimanded her for not helping her father yesterday, saying that Lizzie didn't even care about him and that she wishes Lizzie would just get married already and leave the house for good. Her stepmother's words sent fire throughout Lizzie. There was no way she could wait until tonight for this woman to be out of her life. Her stepmother still yelling, Lizzie ran out of the front door. Running over to the leaning shed, she grabbed her father's axe and swings it around, getting used to the feel of it as she walks to the house, ready to start her new life today. Entering the house, Lizzie spots her father sitting on the couch, listening to an old record. Tramping up the stairs, Lizzie barges into her stepmother's room, spotting her sitting at the vanity, piling her hair on the top of her head. Approaching her stepmother, Lizzie raises her axe, as the woman looks into the mirror and spots her. She lets out a blood-curdling scream as Lizzie whacks her over and over and over. Pulling the axe out of her stepmother's bloody and broken body, Lizzie lets out a sigh of relief. At last the cow is dead. She laughs as her father calls up to her stepmother to ask her if something is wrong. Dragging the axe across the floor, Lizzie comes towards her father, covered in blood. "She's dead," she sings as she swings the axe around. Her father looks at her and begins to choke with tears. Looking into her eyes, Lizzie knows he won't keep this minor incident a secret. He'll blab to the neighbor, who will blab to the police, who will make sure Lizzie never sees a penny of her father's money. Her father seems to make the same realization as she does, his eyes growing in fear. "Lizzie, honey, please give me the axe. You don't want to do this." His voice shaky. "Oh, Father," she wipes away her tears. "I think I do." With that, she raises her axe and whacks him over 40 times. 20 years later, Lizzie sits on her front porch, swaying in her rocking chair, thinking back to that hot August day. Even though people had suspected her of the killing, she was never convicted. After all, how could a sweet, kind Christian woman do such a thing? Though the jurors didn't suspect her of wrongdoing, that didn't mean that other people did. Sitting in her rocking chair, she watches the kids pass by on their way home from school. Softly, she sings with them as they pass by. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. The end.